Welcome to Mixed Videos Online 2023.
Subscribe now.
Travel Wales. A Cinematio drone experience. A quiet location amidst a varied, historic, and lively setting. Eryri National Park, Snowdonia, on the west coast of Britain, is a living and working community with a population of over 26,000 people, and it encompasses 823 square miles of various landscapes. Eryri, Snowdonia, is not only home to Wales' largest national park, but it also has the highest mountain in both England and Wales. There are many activities available in Eryri, Snowdonia, whether you're thinking of taking the family, going on an adventure with pals, or going on a romantic retreat. Biking. Mountain and road biking are equally ideal in the park due to its rocky and steep terrain. Stargazing. The park is a very exceptional location for stargazing because it was named an International Dark Sky Reserve in 2015. Exploring history. The environment of Eryri, Snowdonia, is rich in history and legacy, ranging from prehistoric stone monuments to medieval castles and abbeys. There are 9 reasons why Eryri in Snowdonia is exceptional. 1 community. Eryri's, Snowdonia's, communities are scattered over 5 towns and 24 villages, each with a strong identity that is deeply felt by its inhabitants and visitors. 2 Welsh is a language. One of Eryri's distinguishing characteristics is how vibrant the Welsh language is there in Snowdonia. The names given to places and animals show this. The majority of the villagers in the park speak it as their first language. 3 Landscapes. Within its 823 square miles, Eryri, Snowdonia, is home to 9 mountain ranges, 15 peaks higher than 3,000 feet, 23 miles of sweeping shoreline, and 3,000 millimeters of annual rainfall. For inspiration for the arts, Eryri, Snowdonia, a region that has influenced some of the country's most important works of culture, folklore, art, literature, and music, continues to have an influence on all forms of creative expression today. 5 Tranquility and seclusion. Tranquility still rules in many areas of Eryri, Snowdonia, both during the day in its enormous, lonely, and rocky mountain ranges, and at night when the immense, mind-bogglingly dark heavens are revealed. 6 Recreational options. Eryri, Snowdonia, is a fantastic location for exploration and adventure. It offers countless chances to get active and develop new talents. Teams from Everest use Eryri to hone their climbing techniques. 7 Eryri, Snowdonia's historic landscapes provide as a backdrop to the area's illustrious past. The environment is brimming with history and culture, ready for you to explore, from stone monuments to medieval castles. 8 Reputable geology. Although it may be difficult to imagine, Snowdon was buried in the sea 500 million years ago. We now have a clearer knowledge of how the landscape of Eryri, Snowdonia, was developed because to shell fossils discovered at its peak. 9 Internationally important species and habitats. Eryri, Snowdonia, is home to numerous species of animals, insects, plants and fungi of international importance. Among the rarest of species is Lilia witfa, Snowdon lily, a plant found only at the highest peaks. Having fun in Eryri, Snowdonia. The scenery of Eryri, Snowdonia, is distinctive. About 52% of the park is made up of the 9 mountain ranges, many of which have peaks higher than 3,000 feet, 915 meters. Eryri, Snowdonia, is a marvelously varied scenery with steep river gorges, waterfalls, and lush valleys, in addition to the beauty and allure of its high mountains. In addition to the stunning Dyfi, Mordack, and Dwyryd estuaries, the park is home to scattered oak, ash, rowan, and hazel woodlands that add to the general complexity of the terrain. The greatest method to explore Eryri, Snowdonia, is by using bus services. The Wyre Witfa, Snowdon base is circled by the Sherpa Witfa shuttle service, which is a fantastic method to reach the peaks, pathways, and neighboring towns. Cycling on one of the many routes that pass through the park is another option. Try the Festiniog and Welsh Highland narrow gauge railways for a more unusual mode of transportation. How to get there? If you're taking the train, try to go to Llandudno or Shrewsbury. From here, you can travel the entire length of the park on interior services including the Conwy Valley Line and the Cambrian Line. If you're driving, you should head north on the A55 and south on the M54. Although it's understandable that most first-timers desire to summit Wyre Witfa, Snowdon, alone, there are more than a dozen more obscure nearby peaks that reach elevations of over 3,000 feet, 914 meters. All of them are located in the Wyre Witfa, Snowdon, Massif, Carnarvon, and Glydera, which also has the magnificent Tryfan, the peak chosen by British walkers as their favorite. To the east, the lakeside town of Bala is the starting point for adventures in the Arran and Arenig ranges, where you're likely to have summits to yourself. Further south, Cader Idris is a spectacular mountain situated around a glacial lake. With tiny children in a wheelchair, or if you just want to take in the wonderful views without working up a sweat, you may still have a terrific time on a big mountain. For instance, the Mordak route, Lon Mordak, surrounding Barmouth offers breathtaking views of the estuary and Cader Idris, while the circular trek around Cwmidwal is a reasonably simple approach to enter the heart of Eryri's, Snowdonia's, most spectacular vistas. A decent selection of accessible trails may be found in Eryri National Park. With a height of 1,085 m, Wyre Wyddfa, Snowdon is the highest peak in Wales and England, for that matter. The views from the top, which extend all the way to Pembrokeshire, up to England's Peak District, and across to Ireland, are breathtaking on a clear day. You can ascend one way or descend another thanks to the 6 routes that lead to the top, all of which beginning sites are connected by the Sherpa Wyddfa bus. From late spring through the end of October, the Snowdon Mountain Railway has chugged up to the peak. Have fun and explore. The UK's adventure capital is Eryri, Snowdonia, thanks to the inventiveness of local business people who took advantage of the area's breathtaking scenery and wondered, what if we did this? The world's fastest zip wires at Zip World, the surreal underground adventure of Bounce Below at Zip World Letchworth, and the 1 kilometre long sled ride at Forest Coaster are just a few examples of the highly impossible activities available. Adrenaline indoors, surfing, and a variety of outdoor sports are available at Adventure Park Snowdonia. The Wave Garden Spa, which offers a thermal experience both inside and outside, the pump track and skate bowl, daily open water swimming sessions on the Surf Lagoon, and e-bike and mountain bike rentals are recent additions. Visit the nearby adventure map for these and many more. Get muddy and wild. On the River Tryring, the National White Water Centre offers year-round kayaking and rafting, while Adventure Park Snowdonia's 300-metre inland surf lagoon is the focal point of a wide choice of outdoor adventures. The Menai Strait, which divides Anglesey from the mainland and technically lies outside the national park, is a remarkable body of water. It is a geological fault line that has been packed with whirlpools and strange tides since ice glacier swept over it more than 20,000 years ago. It's a fantastic location to explore by boat, either on a leisurely guided tour or, less, on the world's swiftest passenger rig ride. Go to a castle. Around the northern edges of Eryri, Snowdonia, there are a number of the top medieval castles in the entire world. Together, the four most powerful cities, Beaumaris, Harlech, Carnarvon, and Conwy, make up a UNESCO World Heritage Site. They were constructed by Edward I, 1272 to 1307, to conquer the Welsh, but he was only partially successful because this is still the region of Wales with the highest concentration of Welsh speakers, and today, Edward, our red dragon flag is flown over them. The Welsh rulers were also quite skilled in the field of military architecture. Check out Dolbadarn, Dolwyddelan, Dinas Emrys, and Castell Wybr. Native Welsh castles are usually smaller than their Norman counterparts, but they are always situated in breathtakingly beautiful locations. You know, size isn't everything. Explore our towns. The entryway to Eryri, Snowdonia, according to Climbers' favourite HQ that was Wycoed, and the prettiest settlement in Eryri, according to Beddgelert, are both claims that are difficult to contest. Even though Blaenau Festiniog is located directly in the middle of the national park, it isn't really a part of it because the slate mining moonscape wasn't deemed attractive enough when the park's limits were established in 1951. Instead, it has brilliantly reimagined itself as the centre of adventure. Barmouth and Aberdiffe are excellent seaside resorts, while Dolgethlau and Machynlleth are cracking market towns on opposing sides of the Cader Idris Massif. Another must-see is Port Merion, a fantasy village created by architect Clough Williams-Ellis between 1925 and 1973. Explore our heritage. Discover the thousands of years of human activity that have taken place in Eryri, Snowdonia, from the Neolithic burial chamber at Capel Garman to the rather more modern hydroelectricity centre at Electric Mountain. All of the aforementioned castles, the 14th century Aberconwy Merchant's House, and our National Slate Museum may be found in between. It is obvious that the area has a strong Welsh language tradition every time you enter a store or bar, but there are a few extra points. Bala is a town with a rich Welsh past, and Wyre Ysgwrn, the childhood home of the soldier poet Hedwyn, has become a temple to national culture. The slate industry has played a significant role in North Wales history. If you want to explore Eryri, Snowdonia, on foot, there is a lovely 83-mile circular Snowdonia Slate Trail that you can follow with the help of the Snowdonia Slate Trail Guidebook, or up remoter towns and villages, abandoned quarries, and fewer used pathways expose the social past and slate terrain. Take a ride. Wales has seen a major increase in the number of cyclists, both on and off the road. According to Sir Dave Brailsford, the father of British cycling, we have plenty of peaceful lanes and challenging mountains. He was born and raised in Eryri, Snowdonia, and two breathtaking cycle paths, the Brailsford Way, were named in his honour. Coed y Brennan was the first and largest purpose-built single-track complex in the UK for mountain bikers, and it has since been joined by a number of other MTB bases and centres. See Mountain Bike Wales. Fantastic trains. The Snowdon Mountain Railway was created specifically with visitors in mind in 1896, but the Slate business also left behind some rather magnificent steam lines that have been transformed for recreational use. In fact, the Festiniog and Welsh Highland Railways combined 40 miles, 64 kilometres, make it a useful as well as breathtakingly beautiful mode of transportation. See our page on tiny and narrow gauge railroads for these and other details. Be safe. Exploring the outdoors is fantastic fun, but please read up on the risks and make sure you are prepared. Follow the safety advice for exploring Wales National Parks and these tips for staying safe on the Welsh coast. Visit adventuresmart.uk for information on how to stay safe whilst exploring Wales. If you've enjoyed the video, please like, share and subscribe, and thanks for watching.